Hey besties! What a roller coaster the last Aurory Project Kitty roundtable was. And if you missed it or you don't have time to watch the whole hour, don't worry, I got your back. Here are the top 3 things you missed to get you buzzing for the next few updates. So far we've been playing with only Gen 1 Nifties and they have been so cute. But Johnny has announced that Gen 2 are on their way to us.
We've got some Gen 2 concepts for you guys. So Gen 1, kind of what you guys are playing with. Gen 2 is kind of an update, a big upgrade to the visuals, textures, and all that for the Nifties.
Now, not much has been said about when these will be released or how many will be available during the first wave, but we do know that the character design team are moving away from the slightly cuter, friendly, or you're so adorable look and going more towards a mature adult theme like with these new Nifties. Now, all of these Gen 2 Nifties will be playable and are not skins for the current batch that are currently out. So this is something you certainly want to be saving your Aurory for, because I can guarantee the market is going to go crazy over this. Now, I don't know about you, but this crunch coin is actually what nightmares are made of. And honestly, if I was walking on the street, I would defo cross the road if that started to approach me. But while we are talking about Nifties, there is a brand new Nifty called Shokal. This is how you spell it. I'm going to let you decide how you want to pronounce it, because I apparently don't know.
This is another new Nifty that you guys have never seen. Shokal. I'm not sure what the inspiration came from. So, Evan, if you know, just jump in. He's not skipping leg day, though, that's for sure, right?
And it will be making an appearance when Gen 2 is released. Now, we currently don't have a wolf Nifty. I mean, unless you count Tokane, but I don't. So, we don't have a wolf Nifty. And I am so pumped to get my paws on this bad boy. Now, as we're in the best time of year and my favourite time of year, spooky season, it'll be rude for Aurory not to host a Halloween event. And guys, I can tell you now, Aurory are not rude, because there is a Halloween event, people, and it should be starting a few days before Halloween and lasting 1 week. We have officially seen the chromas for the big evil boss Halloween, aka the Pumpkin King, who is certainly rocking the Nightmare Before Christmas attire. And besties, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm absolutely living for this.
This is Halloween, the Pumpkinkin. So this is going to be everybody's worst nightmare comes Halloween. Trust me.
Now, this is the first boss I have seen have their own chroma NFT card. And you can see that it's slightly different from the normal Nifties. As the top of the card, there's a little boss icon, where the normal Nifties just have an A for Aurory at the top. Now, I think that's really cool because it allows Halloween. Can we call him like that from now on? Halloween. That's what we're going to do. But as I was saying, it's going to allow Halloween to stand out from the crowd just a little bit more. And it's also so exciting that bosses are going to have their own cars possibly in the future as well, because Johnny mentioned that they are looking at getting the bosses into the normal game mode. So I mean, that's even more fun, no?
This is the NFT card for Halloween. So we've actually improved a little bit the framing, right? We added the boss icon at the top here. We're leaning a bit more towards bosses being a big part of the gameplay, especially with the world map update, where players will be asked to beat certain bosses to progress through the storyline. So we're going to start seeing more and more bosses icons like this.
But guys, one tip. if you are going to play in the Halloween event, pay attention to the Halloween card. I said it wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Let me retake that. Pay attention to the Halloween card, right? Because you can see that it is a plant type. That means you need to go get your fire nifties up before the market just skyrockets on them. Now, it's been rumoured a few times in the past that 3v3 will be coming to Aurory. And for those who don't know what that means, if you do a battle now, you won't lose. You can switch your nifty so you can still play with all 3 of them instead of just 2. We never really had a date for this before. However, Johnny announced that it will be here in time for Halloween.
3v3 ETA, Halloween, brother. That's what we're targeting.
Which makes Halloween a superior holiday to the rest of them now. That's my opinion. We're not taking any further questions on this. Halloween is a holiday. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. One thing that has been confirmed is that when your lead nifty dies, the game doesn't pick the next nifty for you. You get to decide that on your own. So make sure you have someone that will get that winning blow for you. There is so much conversation happening on if this will happen for both Blitz and PvE, as Oily did bring up a thought that there could be infinite swaps until all 3 of your nifties are dead, as you do lose half your hype per swap, so it does make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I played a bunch like through the especially in the week up to Breakpoint and throughout, right? It's so easy on the phone, right? And some of my thoughts are like with the switching, I would do say infinite swaps, right? Because there's a cost to swap anyways. You get half your hype taken out, and so you can choose to bring in and out one of the nifties. And I think of tag team wrestling, WWE tag team wrestling, where the knockout rule applies. If one of the wrestlers is held down for 3 seconds, that team has won, right? But the other wrestlers can jump in and out, tag team style.
We also found out that if you put a negative effect on an nifty and then it gets swapped out, the moment your opponent brings that nifty back, your negative effects come back with it. So don't worry if you curse someone or lower their defense and then they swap out, because the moment they're brought back in, that is coming right back in with them. And who knows, that may help you win the game. Unless it's on a Bloom, and then Bloom cleanses herself, so then you lose. But that would be just a GG all round, really. But either way, I think a lot of the community is really happy that 3v3 is happening, because you do have to pick a team of 3 nifties when you start the game, but currently you only play with 2. So it would make a lot of sense to play with all 3 of your nifties until they die. However, if my opinion matters, I would certainly cap the swaps, because someone could swap every single turn and it just gets so long and so boring and so repetitive. It's called Blitz mode for a reason, people. But that's all for today, besties. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited for from Aurory, and I will see you next time for some more TDLR, where I watched the whole M maze so you don't have to. Peace out, Girl Scouts.